Hello everyone, and welcome to part 17 of my 18-part video series where I'm reading from my autobiography, Odd Man Out, True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer. And as you can see from this photo and me on the cover, it's the same photo that is directly behind me. This is a series of photos that was taken of me at the 2006 Masters World Championships at Stanford University. And it's very fitting that these are behind me because today I'm going to be reading to you a passage that details one of the days that took place there at the World Championships. I didn't race the second day of the meet and used it to prepare for what I expected to be a monster day. On the third day of the meet, I would swim the 200 IM followed by the 50 breast about 2 hours later. I wanted to take a shot at the world record of 29:17. At the IGLA meet in October 2004, Brian Jacobson had swum faster than that record, but it was not made official because the proper paperwork hadn't been submitted. I swam next to Brian during that race and was certain that the record was indeed in range. I took the positive energy from my great 200 IM and bottled it up for the 50 breast later that day. I visualized what it would be like to swim the race in 29 seconds. If I had a great start, all I had to do was focus on getting to the wall and I would win the race. The record was firmly planted in the front of my mind, but I knew I had to focus on winning the race first. Records don't matter if you finish second. The start was not perfect. I dove too deep, which meant I wasted too much time working on getting back to the surface and lost maybe a little bit of forward motion. But I got into the rhythm of the stroke quickly, which is essential in any race lasting 50 meters. I was fully into the stroke by the halfway point and could feel every muscle in my body working in harmony. My new German competitor, the one who I had tied in the 100 breast, was 2 lanes over, so I could not sense his presence in the pool very well. All I could sense was that he was not going to make many mistakes and wanted to win just as much as I did. I zeroed in on the wall and made a final lunge for the touchpad. The sun was directly behind the scoreboard, making the times difficult to be seen at first. I squinted hard to find my lane and see the time displayed next to it. I saw the 1 next to my lane first, and a beat later, saw the time. A world record! I had beaten the record, and in an instant, all the hard work, mental preparation, and focus on sprint training on this event had paid off. I couldn't believe the 29.01 displayed next to my lane number. I squinted at it in the sunlight's glare for a minute, wanting to make sure the clock wasn't playing a prank. It was my first world record in a long course pool, and the Masters records set in 50-meter pools are generally more difficult to achieve. So, to have my name etched in the long list of long course world records was mind-boggling. Yes, I had worked hard for that moment, but once the moment arrived, I wasn't fully prepared for what it truly meant. I was congratulated by many who when I exited the pool, but I only went to see Jeff, who would film the race from the spectator area on the other side of the pool. I walked back to the starting end of the pool and collected my clothes. Running toward me was Jeff, and we hugged for a long time. This was the type of moment I had dreamed of back in college. I wanted to celebrate winning a conference championship with my boyfriend. I wanted to be consoled by my partner after my disastrous swims at both Olympic trials. I wanted to do all these things in front of hundreds of people without worrying about their reactions, just as Jeff and I were doing on the deck of Stanford University's Avery Aquatic Center. So, these 4 photos that you see behind me are detailing the finish of my 50 breaststroke. So that top one is me squinting at the scoreboard, which is directly behind the sun, so there's a little bit of a glare. And then this one right here, which is the cover of the book, is me realizing the time and celebrating. And then this second one here is more, it's kind of like the next little sequence in the photo. And then this one over here is just a continuation of that. So it's kind of like a this and then this and then this. So I was basically raising my arms in victory and then I was throwing them down to splash the water. So that's the sequence of photos. And at the top here, this FINA certificate that you see is the record of the accomplishment. So they send you a certificate every time you set a Masters World Record. There are some people who have stacks of them. I don't have that many, but this one was a great moment for me, and I am very grateful to my friend photographer Peter Beck for being there when the photos were taken. He also took photos of me swimming down the pool, and I gave those as presents to a few other people. So that's part 17. I'm glad I had visual aids to help me with this one. Just one more to go. So I got one more video, one more edition of this 18-part series to go, and it's part 18, and I can't wait to bring it to you in a few days. Until then, as always, I thank everyone for watching my videos, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking them, for getting in touch with me in some fashion and telling me how much you like them. And as always, signed copies are available by clicking on the link below. There are also other places online that you can buy a copy if you don't really want a signed copy. I can't imagine why you don't want one. So until next time, part 18, have a great day, and we'll see you then.